Testing. Oh wow, that's quite the lag. All right. Anyway, okay, we're here again. I actually have. I actually. Mm, okay. Mm. Haha, I can still add a viewer, even if it's with YouTube, not just Twitch. Don't really think that makes that much of a difference when it comes to the algorithm. Hello, thank you for the hugs. I've been dealing with it. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna keep going. Yes, I did, and I took my pills and everything. This, and that's good. Okay. I'm gonna equip heavy armor. I have some ideas. Of what, like, could possibly have caused the ban. I have like 2 more ideas. One makes total sense, but I'm not gonna say that on stream. What it is, because duh. If it got me banned on Twitch, obviously it'll get me banned on YouTube. The other could be the all-natural boy milk thing. Shit. Maybe using the word boy milk, like, made it... They didn't like that. But... it's never really been a problem before. So I don't really see how that could really be that big of an issue. I don't know. I still have... Okay, I set up some YouTube... Like, I set up YouTube, like, alert box stuff. To where if somebody subscribes... Yeah. So, like, if somebody subscribes... Or... It shows that they subscribed. And, like, other stuff. And I still have my, like, direct donations thing from my Twitch. So if somebody, like, uses my direct donations link, it should still work. Though it might not, because I'm not streaming at the... Actually, it might... It might not, yeah. Holy shit, that's a lot of soldiers. Yeah, I don't think it was the boy milk thing. And technically, the boy milk, like, outfit is, like, okay, it's not the one that has the like, least amount of skin showing. My Daryl Hall outfit has the least amount of skin showing, but it's, like, definitely has way less skin showing than this one. Or my Playboy Bunny one. So I guess that wasn't the issue. Yeah, so I think it's either one of 2 things. If it's the thing that I hope it is, that's like the absolute best case scenario, like holy shit, absolute best case, because that's another, because then I can, that's another thing where I can point directly to it and say this is what caused it. If I do not do this again, I will not get suspended. But if it's the other case, then I'm absolutely fucked, because that will be like I have absolutely no idea what I did to cause that suspension. I honestly don't know what to do. Because, like, you know, the one about the one about the bulge, that was like pretty damn obvious and direct as to why I got suspended. And if it's like, and if this next one that I just got is for the reason I think it is, it's another thing where it's like really, really obvious why I got suspended. But hopefully, so hopefully it's for the reason I think it is. And I just won't do that again. And will fix my behavior. Well, fix is the wrong word, because that implies there was something wrong with it. But I will abide by their rules. But yeah. And okay, another thing, thankfully, I'll be able to tell which thing it is, because depending on which VOD gets removed, depending on which VOD is removed when I'm able to log back in. If the VOD that got removed is the one where I got suspended live on stream yesterday, if that one is the one that got removed, then that is the worst case scenario. But if the other one where that other thing happened, which I will not say, is the one that gets removed, then we're all good. Also, I looked it up on the YouTube rules. I can say penis. So I can say penis. Their thing is like, I guess when it comes to saying things, I read that their thing is more about vulgar language. So like, it's actually better to use clinical words like penis and like masturbation and like male reproductive organ and stuff like that. It's because I guess we're a nice Christian household. We don't use COCK or DICK. We use PENIS, penis. We call our genitalias penises. We do not say the vulgar words in this household. But that's fine for me, because I always like the word penis. I prefer the word penis anyway. Though it's not like I can't say like fuck or like anything like that. I mean, I read that it's like as long as it's not within 5 seconds, as long as it's not within the first 5 seconds of the video, it's not a big deal. Which is really arbitrary, but I guess as long as I don't say any curse words or any vulgar language within the first 5 seconds of the video, then that's the best. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, like... the people are gonna have to know that I like penis. People are gonna have to start learning that I like penis. That I am a penis connoisseur. I was listening to my audio on my other... Jeez, can you stop doing that? I hate it when they do that. I was listening to the audio on my other, like, recording, or on my other YouTube stream. And... the audio from the game actually really wasn't that loud. So I turned it up a little bit. Because it like was kind of weird that the audio of the game wasn't loud enough, but it wasn't too loud, but it wasn't loud enough at the same time. So I turned it up a little bit, but still, this game is a fucking loud game. Oh my god. It is a loud game. And this game is so old that the options when it comes to audio is kind of limited. Like 2006. And the files for the game engine are from 2004. See, I'm having fun. I'm having penis. I'm having penis fun. Massive 10-inch. Very fun kind. Like, honestly, unless I get specifically targeted, like the way that Shy Lily Clips and Taiga did with that one absolutely crazy guy who is absolutely demented, on YouTube, I think I'll be fine. I am gonna have to change the thumbnail on that last, like, Pokemon video, because that's a very suggestive thumbnail. And a lot of what what happened to Taiyo is from like him reporting suggestive thumbnails. The AI really knows how to waste transport helicopters, don't they? We're dropping in. Yeah, they just abandon it and just leave it to. They can't tell the difference between them being the driver and then like drop potting in and them not being the driver and drop potting in. So the helicopter just like falls to the ground. Right, is he stuck? Is he stuck? Yes. The best case for me would be the thing I can't mention. Because then it's like completely obvious why I got my specific ban reason, and I can definitely 100% see why I got that specific ban reason from saying that specific thing. And I'm like, yep, actually, like that was totally the thing. I'm 100% certain that that is totally the thing that did it. But if it wasn't that, then I have absolutely no idea. And I will ask Twitch what I did wrong and try to get some specifics on what actually what made them do that specific reason when nothing of that sort happened, was going on at all. And the only way I can think of it happening was from like total misconstruing and like not nonsensical putting things together. Wait. Or wait, actually, no. I'm gonna... Huh. Okay, maybe not then. Again, it really was like a sort of thing where it's like I should have known better. If it is what I think it is. Okay, that's some shrapnel. I mean, I'm torn on like what is worse. Um, Getting permabanned. I think the worst thing would be if it was my fault. Because then I would be just blaming myself. But if it's they do, but I would rather not say what it was. Like the specific reason. I'll tell you later. But the only thing that makes me wonder about it is because I was banned live, banned while I was live. And if it was just from the VOD from Wednesday, then it could have happened at any time. But the fact that it happened specifically while I was live, then it makes me like wonder like what happens. Fuck, so close. Almost made it to the turret. I wonder. I mean, I'm gonna try to get details.
This grenade will reveal the location of your enemies for a short while.
I just killed my own guy. Guy just died. Okay, here I am. There we go. I mean, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. It's just if I eventually have to, if I eventually have to, like, forcibly switch to YouTube. Ah, damn it, he fucking knifed me first. If I do have to, like, switch to YouTube because I got banned, or because I got suspended too many times and then got, like, an indefinite ban, it's gonna be annoying to like, to like get monetized again. Not because of my content, but because like you need like 500 subscribers first of all. And like I only had that depends on what you mean. I should exercise more. I can say that. But it's not like I don't look like a femboy. I just more chubby. I look boyish. Compared to my model, I would actually say like the hips, they're not, I mean, okay. It's not that the hips aren't as wide, it's that like my midsection isn't as small. Or like thin. My midsection isn't as thin. I do need to lose more weight to get the flat tummy. So no, I don't look like this, but I feel like I can look like this. I know I can look similar to this. Obviously not as perfect, but I know I can look similar to this if I put in the work. But I haven't put in the work. I have started to put in the work to keep up with shaving though. So that is one thing. I have started to put in the work to keep up with shaving. Because like a chubby a chubby shaved femboy is better than like a unshaved femboy. Well, I'm not one of those like elite femboys who are short and have like the perfect shoulders. Like my shoulders are not the shoulders on my model. Like I don't have okay, I wouldn't say I have broad shoulders, but I wouldn't say I have feminine shoulders either. I know. And thank you for coming, War Horrors. If I do, if I am forced to switch to YouTube, it's gonna be a while before. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can. Well, okay, I'll still have my direct donations, but like, it's really rare that people use the direct donations. Like on Twitch, people use subs and bits. And that's where I get like most of my income from it, rather than the direct donations. So like with YouTube, I'll still have the direct donations, but I won't have ad revenue or super chats or any of that stuff for a while, because I'll need that. I'll need 500 subscribers. And like, I don't even have 500 followers on Twitch. So even if literally every single person that follows me on Twitch went and subscribed to my YouTube channel, I still wouldn't have enough. And then I would need like a certain a really high amount of watch hours. And if I pretty much only stream, then like the amount of okay, to be fair, watch hours doesn't mean stream hours. If one person if one person watches the entire stream, that's like the entire stream in hours. But if 2 people watch your entire stream, then that's double the amount of your stream in hours. So if I don't have Fall Guys, and I'm not really interested. I just need to like be solo right now. It's more just like I need to just be by myself. I mean, well, okay. I don't really think of streaming as like playing games with other people. I think of streaming as just playing games by myself, but I have like an audience that I can chat to, but like I'm the one that can talk about whatever I want, and like I feel more in control. And like I don't feel like I'm obligated to yeah, it's just I like this version better. I like this version of interacting with people better. Well, when it comes to like playing a multiplayer video game and stuff, I love talking on Discord and stuff. But I really only like talking one-on-one when it comes to Discord. Like I'm not into like group stuff. Like a group chat. I'm not into group chats. But like it's weird because this is technically a group chat. But it's like, okay, it's kind of like, but okay, it's more in the way that like you're all my harem. So like you all are paying attention to me. And I'm the sole person that is paid attention to. So, I mean, it's more fun. I guess that makes me bratty. Like I always want to be the center of attention. But I mean, like, it's fun to be bratty. And if I can be bratty, then I'll be bratty. I want it all. I want to be fawned over. I want to have fans. I want to be popular. Right, but I'll feel I'll feel obligated to like play with them. Like I couldn't just like have them watch me the whole time, because that would be like why are they even there at that point? And I would feel forced to do something I didn't want to do, and that makes me feel trapped and stressed. I guess my least favorite. That's Thank you for sugarcoating it. It's very nice of you. It's a very self-centered way of thinking about it. But it's not like it's not like with that especially. It's not like I'm being self-centered because I want to, or because like, I mean, like being self-centered and like having a hard time like seeing things out of your own little world is part of autism, like genuinely. I mean, jeez, okay, can you shut up, Airstrike? I'm not, like, okay, I'm not saying, I'm not using it as an excuse, but I am using it as an explanation as to why I have that sort of thought process sometimes about things. It's not like I'm a bad person who's self-centered and only cares about wanting to do what they want to do. It's not like I want to, it's not like I am doing that, and it's not that not like I'm feeling that way on purpose. I would rather not feel that way. But like I get into I get into like emotional distress if I start trying too hard to not do that. And I don't think people who just do that because they don't care get into like emotional distress if they stop being self-centered like that all the time. Or like I mean, like, I don't, I don't make friends that would want to, I don't like I know, like, and I try to like make sure that I don't hurt people by like laying it out like first that I don't like to play games online with people. And like I don't make friends based on playing a game together, or like so like it will seem like I just lost interest in them if I stopped playing a game with them or didn't play games with them. So I try to mitigate the like consequences of my mental illness and try to like minimize the harm possible. So yeah, I try to minimize the harm that I can cause by carefully selecting who I am friends with. And who I get close with. So I know that those people will understand like my way of being, and they won't like get insulted or get hurt if if certain things happen. Like I say no, I don't want to play a game. I don't like playing games with people. Or like I have to like stop talking for a while because I need to like focus inward. Wait, going the wrong way. So yeah, I deal with what I deal with it in different ways, and I learned my lesson about about like friendships based about friendships with people who don't understand me. I learned my lesson. Because both of them ended terribly. And so I don't just settle for like people. I find people that will like fit, that will like, you know, fit the best with what I can give. A lot of like most of my friends now have come from me streaming. And because like it's just me putting myself out there, and if you like it then you stay, and if you don't like it then you don't, and I'm casting like a wide audience, like a wide net of people. So it's much easier to meet people like this, in my opinion, like to me. You're definitely you're definitely a friend that understands me, Warhorse. I definitely feel like you understand me. Oh my gosh, was that like a headshot? Ow. I honestly might reach the like total watch hours before I hit the 500 subscribers. Ow. Which is crazy. But I mean, it did take me like basically 2.5 years to hit 200, so. The game just crashed. Yeah. I mean I'm honest about the real me with you and other people that I trust to like. I mean, at least on Twitch, or at least I probably won't even be as open on Twitch as I was before. But at least on Twitch, I was pretty much like 90% of like the real me. Like 85, 90%. Now I'm probably gonna be like 65% the real me on Twitch, or maybe 70%, but still, I'm gonna be holding back more. Maybe like 65%. 65 to 70%. Damn it. I wonder what these... I wonder who these, like, new viewers are. Who just randomly come in and then get bored. It says the average view duration is 15 minutes. I gotta get used to like what I'm gonna like talk about on YouTube and on Twitch. I need to like figure out I need to figure out how to be 70%. I need to figure out what... I need to get into that groove. Instead of being 90% of what I am, I need to learn how to... I need to get used to being 70%. Because I was like I was maybe even like 95%, which was way too much, honestly. I honestly don't know, like, yeah, okay, 90%. But yeah, I shouldn't have been, well, okay, shouldn't, I should have been more careful and not been like the full 90%. On Pomf, I was like 95%. And on Discord, I'm gonna be like 95% when I do Discord streams. So, penises. I can say the word penis. I can... I can say the word penis. I can talk about, like, loving penis, because I am gay. I can talk about science stuff. Like body modification stuff. Jeez, where are these fucking explosions coming from? Like I can say like I want my future body to be like like ideal femboy body like this, but with like a huge penis and testicles, like 14 inches. And like and then I can say that on YouTube and it'd be fine. I won't get banned. And nobody will have a problem with that at all. That is like at least like normal people. Like saying like in the future I want my synthetic body to be a huge penis femboy. They're like, yeah, you do you. That's okay. That's funny. I just started talking about huge penises, and like my viewers, the 2 viewers who I'm pretty sure were outside viewers, just left. Like, okay, dude. Those are the sort of people that can't take the idea of a massive penis, 14 inches long, going up their gluteus maximus. And penetrating their colon. See? I can do medical words. I am a smart person. Yes, indeed. I mean, come on. Like, penis is the way, like, is not the way adults say it. Like, adults do not call it penis. And adults use, like, the more vulgar words that they don't like on YouTube. C-O-C-K and D-I-C-K and stuff like that. I mean, you can say it. Like, I've heard, like people have said the word, like, pussy on, like, in YouTube videos, and they haven't gotten taken down. So I doubt me saying penis will be that much of an issue. Ah, damn it! Freaking reviving. I also learned stuff like hell. Like, stuff like hell and, like, damn. Those are totally fine. Saying, like, what the hell, or damn hell, these revives. Also freaking instead of fucking. Which I can get used to. Like, I can get used to saying freaking instead of fucking. I mean, I kind of use it, like, interchangeably at times. When I'm not mad at something, I use freaking. But when I'm actually mad at something, I use fucking. Or when talking about it sexually. What? Well, the thing is, I have super chats and direct donations. Like, okay, like, first of all, the direct donations bypasses YouTube entirely. And super chats are basically donations that they have to give me. It's not like if someone super chats me, then, like, if the stream gets demonetized, then, like, all that money that those people already spent is, like, gonna be, like, returned to them. And they only, like, hold... Okay. They only... We just lost. Wait, no, we won. The only time that... YouTube actually holds money from you is when it's something about copyright. If it's like demonetizing for breaking community guidelines, like, it's just demonetizing it, and they won't, like, literally hold money from you. But if it is about, you know, a copyright strike, they will actually literally hold money from you. Yes, okay. What do you mean depends on the adult? Oh, you mean like depending on what kind of adult, like, I'm not gonna do like, okay, well, first of all, I'm not gonna be showing any like adult images. Like, at most, I would get it for using words. Oh, wait, hold on. Trinidad might have a, like, big lag. Get in. Get in. You don't fucking say no to me? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like, refreshing the stream. Sorry, champ. I just ran you over. Yeah, that's definitely... Yeah, refreshing the stream should help with that. You know what I really want to play? I really want to play Mercenaries. The old Xbox game that I absolutely played the absolute shit out of. Because it was such a great sandbox. I mean, like, the subtitle of the game, the game was literally called Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. And holy moly. Yeah, I'm adapting to YouTube already. I used holy moly. But yeah, holy moly, did they get that absolutely accurate? Because it is definitely a playground of destruction. Emphasis on the playground. It is so fun. I mean, like, yeah, there's GTA, but like, okay, so basically in the game, you're I think, like, I don't, okay, like, I think you might be Interpol, or like, I don't think you're specifically a US, no, you're not specifically a US agent, you're literally a mercenary. I forget who hires you. I think it's like some international organization. And basically, like, North and South Korea have gone to war. And, like, you're inserted into, like, the like, okay, you start the game in North Korea, and then, like, halfway through the game you move to South Korea as like the next zone. And, like, there's these specific, like, persons of interest that you're supposed to capture. And look at them. They're exploding themselves in competition. They're having an exploding their drones contest. Look at them. Look at them. Let's see who wins. This is fucking ridiculous. All right, this guy stopped. You do? Oh shit. Okay, so when I tried to run it on an emulator, like, it didn't work. Like, I don't know what was wrong with it, but like, it didn't work for some reason. The ROM was like glitched out, and it wouldn't run on the Xbox emulator. But if if you could tell me where you downloaded that, maybe I could try it again. And I could stream it. Well, I've learned that ponyo means like okay in Russian. Fucking, are you serious right now? Gotcha! Nice, okay. I need to... No, wait. I need to repair you. God damn it. I know this is like completely off topic, but my idea of the afterlife is something called the Ever Many Spheres, where like basically when you die you get your own sphere, and like you can live out like your afterlife in like whatever way you want to and change the sphere around and stuff like that. As a really simplified explanation. Though technically, oh my gosh. Technically, that isn't what I believe the afterlife is. What I believe the afterlife is as a whole is like whatever you think it is. Like if you think the afterlife is heaven, then the afterlife is heaven. If you think that the afterlife is, if you're good, you go to heaven, but if you're bad, you go to hell, then if you, like, were good according to what your, like, values of what that is, then you go to heaven. But if you are bad by what your values determining that are, then you go to hell. I think that, like, if... Okay, I have my own definition of what I think, like, good and bad is. And I live my life according to what I think is good. So I'm gonna go to the... I'm gonna go to the Ever Many Spheres and immediately get access to all the awesome stuff. But if I'm bad, depending on how bad I was, I'll have to, like, live out a specific amount of time just with it just being an empty wasteland with nothing going on while I think about my actions. And then after my, I guess, sentence of what is basically like your like purgatory inside my sphere, then I can like transcend to the like good afterlife, which is basically unlocking all the features of the sphere. That's my idea of the afterlife. Also, you can never see your you can never see your family members truly unless they also unless they also believe in the ever many spheres. Because like if they go to like if one of your family members goes to Christian heaven, but you go to the ever many spheres, like they can't like if they go to one of their spheres in the like realm of the ever many spheres, they can go out of their sphere and visit you in your sphere. But like heaven is not like on a completely different dimension. So it's like somebody couldn't go from heaven to visit your sphere. And if you did want to know your family members, or did want to see them in the afterlife, and they didn't go to the ever many spheres, like technically you'll still see them, but they'll just be like copies of them. Basically, kind of like how, like, you know, it's like you're like a mind uploading. It's like a copy of them, but not like the original them. Well, you could have your sphere be that. And then if you get bored of that, you can change it into something else. And like, you could ask me, well, if you think the afterlife is the ever many spheres, and like it's like basically a paradise, then why don't you just kill yourself and go to the paradise? And I would say, well, because I mean, I have my belief, but I don't know for sure. Like, it's either the ever many, okay, for me, the ever many spheres. It's either the afterlife or it's nothing. So like, unless I like know 100% for a fact, I mean, if I knew 100% for a fact that the ever many spheres or an afterlife that I was okay with existed, then like I wouldn't instantly kill myself, but I would be okay with dying when that came to it. Also, like, the thing is, the ever many spheres, it's technically limited by what you experience in life. Like, if you didn't comprehend anything, like, okay, like, let's say if you just lived inside a village for the rest of your life, for like your entire life, and you had no idea of everything outside the rest of the world, then I mean your ever many sphere would be not really that exciting. Because like, you can't really create, I mean, like, since it's restricted to what like you can imagine, unless you like visit somebody else's, you can't really like make new experiences, because everything is shaped by what you want. So if you don't have the ability to fathom other things, then it can't exist in your sphere, at least. if my theory, okay, there's another thing that I'm not sure about is what, like, constitutes an afterlife. If one person has the ability to create a afterlife dimension, or if you need a group of a big enough group of people to believe that it's real, or to believe that that is their afterlife in order for it to exist. Like, I'm pretty sure that like okay, so if that theory is right, then Christian heaven exists, like Buddhist reincarnation exists, all of the like major religions and all of the religions that ever had like a big enough following in the entirety of history, all their stuff exists. Like Valhalla, because like at one point in history there were a bunch of Vikings that believed in Valhalla and stuff. It's not really there anymore, but it's okay. The belief in it isn't like as widespread anymore, but it's still there. It's just people aren't going to it anymore. And you know what's fucking cringy? It's so cringy. Is that this is literally the plot of a Rick and Morty episode. But I took it like, I mean, it makes sense kind of if you think about things in like the way I do. Or like, okay, if you think about things in like the idea of a collective human noosphere, where there's like a collective thought like thing in like the thought dimension or whatever, where collective belief gives manifestation and power to certain things. I mean, it isn't exactly like the Rick and Morty episode, but it's definitely similar. With like the idea of like what constitutes, with the theory of what constitutes a right, but if a Norse believer died in battle, he would go to Valhalla. But if a Christian died in battle, he would go to heaven. According to like my logic. But if I died in battle, would I go to the ever many spheres? I mean, I'm the only one that believes in it. Is there enough power in my soul belief to manifest the ever many spheres inside the spiritual realm? I don't know. Not because I don't have faith in my own strength of my beliefs, but because like I like don't have the data. Like our science cannot look at these things yet. So like we don't know how much quantifies, like how much human belief is needed to quantify a afterlife dimension in the spiritual realm. Like, can it be one person who creates their own one little afterlife that they want specifically? That they believe is real specifically? Or do you need a certain amount of human belief to manifest that afterlife? Okay, good. That siren was from the game. It kind of sounded like it was from not. It was from like my actual like town. For a second. I think a good compromise between like one person not being able to and like one person being able to is perhaps like if it's only one person, then like the size of the afterlife is like limited. Like heaven would be massive. It would have a huge amount of space. Not only just, well, okay, not only just because it needs a certain amount to hold all the people, but because, like, the sheer amount of belief that it's had over, like, the centuries has created it, has, like, given it more and more energy and given it, like, more and more, like, space to grow. And perhaps one person's... Perhaps I can make one sphere. I mean, like, technically, I wouldn't... There wouldn't really be a need for there to be any other spheres. Because I would have my sphere. But okay, I was assuming that this is how it works. I would be afraid that my belief wouldn't be strong enough to create a fully powered sphere. If it's just me believing in the ever many spheres, do I have enough to create a fully functioning sphere? Or would it only be partly functioning? That I don't know. If the thing where it's like, depending on how much belief it has, it is like a certain size and certain amount of function, I guess, in my thing, then like, yeah, I would be afraid that I wouldn't have a fully functioning sphere. But again, I don't know. I don't know what constitutes enough to create an afterlife. This is the sort of thing that, like, this is beyond theology. Because this is like the sort of thing that, like, scientific like observation is needed. Like spiritual science, I guess. Or like that's I'm okay. I don't think what do you think we should call the science that is the science of like the like human psychosphere, or like the spiritual dimension? Because it's not like it's not like it's not like it's inherently religious. Okay, well, number one, I don't think anything is inherently anything, but like it's not like spirit, it's not like the human psychosphere and religion are like intrinsically linked and one can't exist without the other. Because obviously there are other things, there would be other things that like our brains and our thoughts would there are other things that our brain and our thoughts would affect if there is such thing as like a collective thought consciousness in like a higher plane of existence. I guess... Well, okay, parapsychology is more about psychic stuff. And like okay, this isn't like about ghost stuff. I'm not talking about like ghost science. I think ghosts exist, but I think ghosts are like the afterlife, or like either like the spiritual worlds like coming like in contact with the physical world and like bleeding into it. But maybe psychosphereology. Or like noology. No, that's N-O-O, not like N-E-W, like the human noosphere. I could ask ChatGPT. Later. Damn. Yeah, I could ask ChatGPT later. I've had my own like experience with things like a supernatural thing happening. But I've never actually seen a... Oh, come on, 3 viewers. Am I that boring that you instantly leave? For fuck's sake. Okay, admittedly, I was silent for a while. I've had my own experience. Like I like in my college campus, like one of the buildings used to be a tuberculosis ward. And like I was alone there like during the summer break one day, and like I asked like for like a sign if there are any ghosts there, and literally right above my head, right after I said that, the light flickered, and I ran out of there I absolutely ran out of there. I was... I mean, like, what are the chances that the light flickered, specifically the light above me, and specifically right after I asked for, like, a sign if there are any ghosts there? It could be, like, an absolutely crazy coincidence, and I do think that it could be a coincidence. Let's try the shotgun. I mean, but I mean, it is. It's okay. It's more like it's only happened once, so it's like it could totally be a coincidence, even as like crazy as that sounds, as like all those things happening exactly together. It's not like I've had multiple experiences. Oh, just seriously? Got him. Yeah, this shotgun's pretty good. You know something funny? I'm pretty sure the YouTube like analysis is marking this as Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And so I think people are looking for Counter-Strike streams and coming in and seeing this isn't Counter-Strike and then leaving, maybe. Yeah! Where are these guys coming from? I'm not sure. Okay, I've met a person who I'm pretty sure was cursed. Or, like, I haven't met him in real life. But I'm pretty sure he was, like, cursed. And, like, the curse, like, not, like, the thing that the curse does to other people who interact with him started, like, affecting me. So I just completely cut all contact and blocked him. Oh no, no. Oh, that was an accurate explosion. But the thing is, the exact thing that apparently the curse is supposed to do can easily be can easily be caused by just the way he acts. Though the thing is, the thing that makes me think it's not just that is because there are like other things around that have like happened to him that make it seem like it could be from a curse or from an egregore. which is another thing entirely, supernatural wise. And like, you know, he had some definite proof I mean, how often is it that you have an 11-inch dick? So I could definitely see how something okay, well, something supernatural. Okay, if it was a curse, it was like cursed inside the womb. Because he was... Wait, no, I can't talk about that anymore. Okay, I can... he was born a certain way. If you know my, you know, my antics, you know the specific... You know what I'm talking about when I say born a specific way. And so, like, and his father... Basically what happened was his father, like, was so disgusted by it that, like, he said, this is no son of mine. There's no way that this is my son. And he started leaving, like, weird, like, supernatural, like, carving sticks around his bedroom. Like, his, like, the son's bedroom. And, like, the dad was, like, really, like, weirdly supernatural and, like, and did, like, weird practices, like, even before the birth. So it literally could be possible that one of his, like, supernatural practices, like, it was like a ritual that went wrong, or like some sort of like some sort of unintentional side effect of the things he was doing that affected the pregnancy and, you know, made the baby born that way. And, like, having it, like, okay, like, I know other guys who have, like, 10-inch dicks, and, like, their life is fine. Oh, I said the D word, but who have 10-inch penises, and they live totally normal lives with absolutely no trouble. But, like, with him, like, I mean, it's only an inch bigger, but, like, his entire life has kind of been ruined by it. I don't know. But there are some really weird things that, like, apparently have gone on around him because of it. No, you don't. This guy is... He is one of the most pathetic people. No, he is the most pathetic person I've ever met in my entire life. He is disgusting. The way he acts is disgusting. His situation is disgusting. And he's disgusting. And I find myself getting so disgusted with him and so, like, angry at him, like, in a way that just it's not the way I am, to where it makes me think, like, is there really something going on that is, like, affecting me and making me think this way about him? That is just... that it's like the curse causing it. And he's shown me like DMs with people he used to be friends with that like became like that it became like negative. Like they like, and like the horrible things that like the people said to him. It's just a weird situation. It's definitely a weird situation where I think possibly there could be some sort of supernatural aspect to it. But, I mean, I've cut myself off from him. And I've just kinda, you know, done some spiritual shielding reinforcement. And it doesn't affect me anymore. Because I just don't think of him. Well, okay, no, it still technically does affect me. Because, like, sometimes when I'm like, ooh, I want to, like, do a roleplay where a cock is 11 inches, I, like, specifically don't do that because of him. Because it makes me think of him. So I do it, like, 11.2. Or like 10.8, because I don't want the 11 inches, because then like it doesn't always trigger, I guess, the like remnants of the curse when I think about 11 inches, but sometimes it does. Like eventually it's gonna dissipate. Like eventually I'm gonna forget, like pretty much either fully forget about him or just the curse is gonna dissipate. Because like it's like kind of almost been only a year since I talked to him, so I mean it's not like it's gonna go away instantly. It's definitely dissipated a lot, and I'm spiritually strong. Well, am I though? Because I easily get like afraid of curses specifically. So maybe I would say I'm not spiritually strong against curses. Because I guess I have a specific fear of curses. But other stuff, I'm pretty like I have pretty high willpower. Like I've cleansed myself before and stuff. You know, I don't really have a god. I have an afterlife, but I don't have a god. For a little bit, my god was Hermaeus Mora. Like literally the Daedric Prince from fucking Elder Scrolls. And for some other times it was for like another time it was Inanna, the Sumerian goddess of fertility and androgyny, and lust. She was a hermaphrodite. But she was also the god of warfare, and there were just a bunch of I wanted a god that was just basically a god about penises and fertility. But like pretty much mostly penises. And like Priapus isn't really like about penises itself. Priapus is more like, yeah, he's depicted always with a huge erection, but that's not really about the penis, it's about the fertility. And like, I don't want to come up, I mean, I came up with my own, like, afterlife. But like, the afterlife and like the physical world are pretty much two separate things. Like other than like some supernatural events where it's like it's, but like supernatural stuff in terms of like ghosts and spiritual beings going into our realm, it's not a common thing. It's not like a normal thing that happens. If it was common and normal, it wouldn't be so like controversial that it exists. So like in general, like the ever many spheres and the physical reality are separated. They are separated. Spiritual world and the physical world are separated. So I'm not limited. When it comes to like the afterlife, I'm not limited to the boundaries of our physical reality. But with a god interacts with our physical reality. And like the idea of a god is something that can cause things that shouldn't be able to happen, i.e. miracles. If I were to like think there's a god, I would think that it is not conscious of its own actions. I forget. Are all the miracles in like the Bible attributed to Jesus doing them? Are there like any miracles that like happened directly from God. That like God didn't use a like vessel to do. Because if so, that could explain like Jesus is just a magician or a person with supernatural powers. Instead of just God giving him the powers, it's just he just had the powers or learned how to do the powers. So like it wouldn't be God doing a intentional knowing modification of reality. There's I can't like reconcile our current reality with the idea that that God has intent. Like, honestly, if I worship something, I want to get something from it. Like, if I worship something, I want some sort of, like, blessing. That like, or, like, powers. Or, like how it is in... How it is in, like, fantasy games. Where it's, like, there's, like, divine magic that you get from your deity. Like, if you become a cleric of your deity, you get divine powers. Like I want it to work like that. I'm not going to devote my whole life to you if you give me nothing in return. And just the promise of an afterlife I'm not even that interested in at all. Damn it, fucking knifed me. So it's like... I don't worship a god because God does not interact with humanity. Or at least he doesn't anymore. And even when he supposedly did, the miracles he gave were so, like, rare, incredibly rare, that they... And if I'm remembering correctly... Well, okay, there were, like, angels, but, like... And, like, angels, like, made things happen. But maybe those angels would just be, like, either aliens or, like, hallucinations or fifth-dimensional beings. I don't think that, like, the angels are from God. If the angels were real. Like I mean, like if you train hard enough, you can like get psychic powers and like float off the ground and stuff. But the thing is, I'm not gonna dedicate, like when you're, if you like doing that, you dedicate your entire life to being a monk doing nothing. So, and I don't even know for sure if it would happen. So I'm not gonna do that. It's not like I'm saying I want instant gratification. It's not like I'm saying I want it to be where if I start believing in this god, I instantly get powers. Like, I know I would have to work toward it. But I want to know that my work would actually bring rewards. Like, if it was like a known thing that if you like worship hard enough and for long enough that you'll get powers, then like I would do it totally. But like there can be like priests that like to dedicate their whole life and they don't have any powers. It's not like a regular thing to just have powers if you worship enough. Well, I mean, their idea of inner peace and stability are not my idea of inner peace and stability. Or at least their said path to inner peace and stability is not the sort of path that would lead me to inner peace and stability. I'm just gonna do like what I want within my moral framework. Thank you for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. I wonder if this is like, I wonder when like the first, or like when the most people are on Twitch, I mean on YouTube. Like, I've kind of learned the times where like I get the most viewers on YouTube, I mean on Twitch. But I don't really know that when it comes to YouTube, it's not as late in the night. Right, but like again, it's more like their ideal version of what they would want, whereas like my ideal version is basically the my own sphere in the ever many spheres. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure they'll enjoy their afterlife because they have decided that is what they want in their life. I guess in their afterlife, and they'll enjoy theirs. That was stupid. I mean, really, to me, I just looked at, like, the gods and religions of the world, and I didn't see any that fit me. And that was that, and that's that. I went through that, like, religion searching stage when I was in college. Trying to see if there were any religions that I would like. And I searched and I searched, and none of them, like, the only one that was close enough was, like, Inanna or Inanna Ishtar. But it was more like just like something close to it, but like not really what I wanted. And like, you know, I wasn't being a good worshiper. I didn't want to like disrespect her by, you know, being like half-assing it and not really choosing her for her and her specific beliefs, but just because it was the closest thing that existed. So I decided, like, you know, there's no religion I really want to follow. I'll just make my own spirituality. And I have. I'm just making my own spirituality. And like combining the different parts of what I like from different things and just making my own thing. And I'm happy so far with that. Hi, shoots you in the face. What is happening with that guy up on the upper right? Hi? Have fun. How is he still alive? Just like, is his just constant spinning intimidating the enemies so much that he just... Oh, there he goes.
When deployed, the sentry gun will automatically fire on nearby enemy targets.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, honestly, my average viewer count isn't really that different from Twitch, so I mean, it's not like it's horrendous. Bro, two of these guys doing it at once. Anti-air. Okay, I'm gonna wait, lion, wait. Yeah, I don't really think there's a god of the material world. I think there's like supernatural things that exist and can happen. But I don't think those things are caused by a god in the spiritual world. Literally, like, reaching out from the spiritual world and affecting the material world supernaturally. In ways that, if things were just going the way they were in the physical world, it wouldn't be possible. Because it's against the laws of the physical world. I'm not saying my interpretation of what the afterlife is right, where it's like whatever you believe the afterlife is, then that's your afterlife. I'm not saying that it's right, because we can never know. And like, you know, like I shouldn't even be saying like it's either my interpretation or there's nothing. Like, it could be anything. Like, it could be another interpretation. It could be nothing. It could be another interpretation. It could be my interpretation. It could be anything. But like, and like, does it matter what I think it is? According to my belief system, it does. And I believe what I think. I want my afterlife to be the specific way I want it. But like, people have belief systems. And like, just because my belief might not be true doesn't mean I shouldn't have it in the first place. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. It was a nice stream. Would have been nicer if it was on Twitch, but you know, what can you do? Well, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.